Good Sunday morning. Happy first day of summer and happy Father's Day to all the dads, father figures out there. You have a really nice day planned, especially when it comes to the weather. So let's talk about the forecast. First of all, with summer solstice, it's going to be the longest day of the year, 14 hours and 18 minutes of daylight. So certainly take advantage of that for your Father's Day forecast. These conditions that we have on tap for your Sunday, very similar to what we had on Saturday, and we're going to be heating up. So this first week of the summer season, temperatures in some areas will definitely be trending above seasonal averages. Here's that live look for you over La Jolla this morning. You can see the marine clouds settling in once again. Give them some time to mix out before we see that sunshine. If you're going to be out and about for today, really not just the coastline, over the valleys, mountains, desert region, of course, take a look at that UV index. It's going to be at that extreme level at 11, and you can see it peaks at noon. So this is a list of the things just to keep in mind. You already know this here in sunny San Diego. Hats, sunglasses, you want to make sure you have the SPF and that you're reapplying. And find shade, limit your time outside, especially if you're sensitive to these warmer temperatures that are only going to get warmer going into this week. So we'll talk more about that in just a moment. But back at the coastline, beach hazard statement. This is in effect until tonight, 11 o'clock. So we're still looking at those wave heights from 3 to 6 feet, but a big concern, as we know, is going to be the strong rip currents that can just pull people away from the shore very quickly once you get in the water. So check in with a lifeguard when you get to the beach. Ask them if it's okay to get in the water where it's safest to do so. They might just recommend staying out altogether because of those conditions. Mission Beach for today, cloudy skies throughout this morning, but as we get into your afternoon, those temperatures are going to gradually warm up close to 70 degrees. We'll get some of that sunshine, high rip current risk again, and we're looking at the water temperature from about the mid 60s. Coastal forecast for Torrey Pines. Maybe dad has a tea time this morning. You can see those temperatures are going to be right around the mid 60s by 9 with the cloud cover, and then we'll be right around the upper 60s throughout most of the afternoon. So again, really nice conditions. NASCAR San Diego out at Naval Base San Diego, low 70s right around 1 o'clock. Heading into the rest of your afternoon, same deal. Northwesterly winds holding steady close to about 10 miles per hour. So just enough for a little bit of a breeze if you're going to be out there. It should feel pretty nice. And then going into this evening, if you're still on the island, we're going to be right around those mid to upper 60s between 7 and 8 o'clock. But here's a look at the daytime highs. Upper 60s to about the low 70s for the coast, and then we're looking at mid 70s to about those low 80s over the inland valley communities. Now temperatures over your mountains, 70s to about the mid 80s, breezy here at times. Those winds could actually gust up to about 25-30 miles per hour. And then Borrego Springs close to 103 degrees. Maybe you're heading to the San Diego County Fair for today. Here's a look at the forecast. Again, really nice conditions for the afternoon. Looking ahead to this evening, we're still right around those mid to upper 60s. Could be a little bit breezy here at times, but again, wrapping up going into tonight, the temperatures are going to hold pretty steady and not feel too chilly. And here's a look at the future weather pattern going into your afternoon. So we're looking at mostly clear skies for today. Winds, again, a factor over the mountains, the desert region, and then breezy at times over the coast and the valleys. Later on this evening, we're going to see the return of that cloud cover, and that'll linger into early tomorrow morning throughout the morning drive before we start to see the chance for more sunshine heading into Monday afternoon. So here is a look at that heat risk map. So this is actually looking ahead to Wednesday, and I'll show you the trend coming up in just a moment with your 10-day forecast, but you can see where those hot and dangerously hot temperatures are going to be. The desert region, which is expected, and then also over portions of the higher elevations. That's when we get into that moderate level, even major. But you can see with that 10-day forecast, that gradual warm up. So warmest days of the week, right around Wednesday through Friday for us, from the coast to the valleys. But even before that, this warming trend really starts on Tuesday. High pressure is going to build over the west coast, and that's really going to amplify these warmer temperatures for us across the county. Here's a look at the mountain communities. Those temperatures also going to be trending right around the 80s, even some 90s possibly. And for the mountains, that's where it's going to get really hot, or excuse me, for the desert region. You can see right around Monday, 106. Close to 110 Tuesday. We'll stay close to that or just above that by Wednesday, Thursday, even through Friday. I would say over the desert region, it's definitely possible we get those temperatures up to about 115 degrees. We see a little bit of relief from that heat as we go into Saturday. Better chances for that by next Sunday. Have a great day.